Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Yeah, I know you hope I sink. You don't like the ships anyway. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Yeah, I know you hope I sink. You don't like the ships anyway. I'd love to know why my phone was playing audio from a stream that's not active. But hey, it's the mystery of Android. Hey, Beezer. Welcome aboard. So, I got a surprise today. Not expecting the subs to be in the game yet, because we hadn't really worked through that. But I'm excited to see what it does, because our last progress reports from the test server, or at least my last set of progress reports, went in almost a month ago. Looks like I just crashed out of the cinematic for it. It's okay. How do I get a sub? Show me a sub. Okay, they're not in a tech tree. I know I don't have any submarines. How do I get submarines? I want to play some subs for these guys. If not, we do have some shipbuilding to do in the Dutch cruiser line. But I was very surprised to log in today and discover that the pre-downloaded update was not working, because the pre-download was superseded by a different download, which it's been that way for a couple of weeks actually, so I'm kind of irritated with Wargaming. They keep changing the parameters. Yeah, there's no submarines at all in my available list. And I would really love to know how to get submarines. I'm going to open all my containers. I got some premium time. These duplicates are just collectibles. Some coal, some free experience, some camos, and a bunch of flags. Okay. I can change the port if I want to, but that's not what I'm looking for. I want to know... I might have to buy the submarines. Yeah. Let's start with some tier 6 subs. Now I have subs in my arsenal. They finally added subs, Hawk. I am tickled pink about the addition of subs in the main game. I don't have any special money-making ones. Now, they are only available for ranked battles and co-op play right now. But that's a heck of a lot better than not having them at all in the main game. As you can see, this is a German sub. And we are at Tier 6. That Tier 6 means that we are eligible for mission updates. So any damage we do, any spotting damage we do, that counts towards any missions that say that we need to do those things. If we do flooding, etc. Very exciting. If I remember correctly, C dives, F surfaces, and of course I have to switch between sonar pinging and firing torpedoes. Okay, weapon number 1 is the sonar. Weapon number 2 is the torpedoes. I have 2 double tubes forward, 1 single tube aft.
Action stations.
Good luck and fair seas.
This is co-op play, so everybody on the enemy team is a bot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bots on our team. The only live players on our team are submarines. As a submarine, I can... Hey, Groucho, welcome aboard. As submarine, I can only capture while surfaced. There's another U-69 on the west side of the map, and of course there's a cachalot on the east side, which I am endeavoring to work with. And for some reason, the AI fired torpedoes at nothing.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
My surface detection range is decent. I kind of have to try and help with the center here. They are in torpedo range. Luckily, the other sub got him. My aerial detection range is half of my surface detection range, so those planes did not spot me. There's a U-69 ahead. He's trying to block me from getting my capture here. But he might be dumb enough to be going into the center. And if that's the case, I need to finish the capture. I've done that. Dive.
Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes to starboard. Attention! Maximum depth reached.
Destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Our victory is in sight. Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes to starboard. Attention! Maximum depth reached. We've spotted an enemy submarine. Team has taken the lead.
Well, that's a win. Well, Beezer, I'm sorry you had to go get dental work, but your description seems like you weren't in much pain once you were at the dentist office. Good night, King. Thanks for coming on out. I'm sorry we got started so late. Was not my intention. I thought by pre-downloading I was all set, but apparently they changed their minds over at Wargaming and gave us all these wonderful submarines to play with. Let's take this American sub into battle and see how she does. Yeah, I had a tooth extraction by the VA and told them I wanted to be put under instead of a local. And I remember talking to the dentist, and it seemed like the conversation never stopped. And he said, okay, you're awake enough to get going. Apparently they took the tooth out while I was asleep, and I never even noticed we stopped talking. Alright, we've got 2 submarines. The entire team is human.
Battle starts.
That U-69 is over in the far right side, so he is an east asset. I will go over there and support him. You'll notice that the American sub has 40 seconds less of dive time. Enhanced rudder gears means that I'm more maneuverable. I have the same spotting range at depth that I had in the other ship. The reload time is a little bit faster, but I've got different tube arrangement on my torpedoes. You'll see tube 1 and tube 3, which is the fore and aft, are loaded, and tube 2 is reloading after tube 1 loaded. So I still can have 2 forward tubes, double tubes ready, but they load on a separate timer. And if tube 1 is loading when I fire tube 2, tube 1 will not start loading until tube 1 is loaded.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target. All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
I might be able to circle inside this island and go after that destroyer, as was requested by my teammate. That destroyer is just going to bypass this island, heading straight for the cap circle. We've already lost a cruiser to an AI. Not an auspicious start.
Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes, dead ahead.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
That's how you deal with a destroyer. When you're in a sub. You have to dive below their torpedoes. And not get close enough for them to use depth charges. Now you see that cruiser is coming into spotting range. I can dive and shrink my spotting distance. So long as he's spotted by surface vessels, I don't have to worry about losing track of him.
Maximum depth reached.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
It's okay to spend your time defending the cap as a submarine. He's submerged. Looking to me like the Scharnhorst is unopposed, last spotted off on the west flank. Let's circle one more time and head west and then north, because I'm pretty sure that U-69, our Scharnhorst, the Atlanta, and the Atatsuki can handle a single Cavor. But the enemy Scharnhorst, if he was smart, has reversed course and is coming towards our cap. It is an AI, so smart is a relative term.
Our team has taken the lead.
And of course, the more time I spend on the surface, the more I am improving my submerge time, so that works well. Now, the AI is supposed to be trying to win at any cost. Which, of course, means he's going to try and get into our cap. Now, I just need to stay unobserved until... both sets of those torpedoes should pass the beach. Now I lost a single torpedo.
Torpedoes, direct front.
He knows I'm here, but there's nothing he can do about it. And there we go. Decent battle performance. Top 3, can't complain about that. Our detailed report that Scharnhorst took 27,000. All of it torpedo damage. He didn't take a single point of flood damage, which means if I could have hit him with my ass torpedoes, any flooding started would have been unrepairable. So let's go back to the armory and pick up the next set of free submarines. They are higher tier. I did just pick those up, didn't I? Didn't I say I wanted those? Okay, I'm a little confused. But let's keep fighting some submarines out there. Apparently I have to wait 9 minutes before I can have access to the other subs. That's a new one to me. Again, in co-op battles, the wait time is limited to 30 seconds. So, regardless of how many people are ready, we get to play in 30 seconds or less. That's going to dictate the number of AI players on the team. But right now, we have a large number of players eager to see how they can play against submarines. Remember, not everybody plays on the public test. Looks like we've got a full human team again. There are 3 German subs here, and we are balanced towards the center, so I think that's where we should go.
Battle starts.
Good luck, everyone. Many thanks.
By having 3 subs in one area, we will definitely overwhelm any single ship that comes through that way. The AI is most likely to push straight ahead from their starting position. So we should see, roughly speaking, 3, maybe 4 enemy ships in the area of B, with the remaining ships, 2 ships around C, maybe 3 ships around C, and then 2 around A. But as there are no destroyers present, it's going to be very interesting. Because destroyers are really the only surface ships fast enough to counter subs maneuverability-wise. I am very much surprised with the aircraft carriers' aircrafts going the route they went. It was as if they were really trying to spot as many ships as possible, which is not normally the action of the AI aircraft carrier. Normally, they do a little bit of spotting, but as soon as they've got an actual target, they go ahead and attack it.
Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes, dead ahead. Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Our team has taken the lead.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
has taken the lead.
Unless that sub surfaces, he's not going to stop us from capping B. And if he surfaces, he's a target. And he knows it. But if he stays submerged, he's a target, and he knows it.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Okay, he's moving slower than full speed.
Attention! Maximum depth reached.
Our victory is in sight.
Enemy submarine sunk.
Let's blow our tanks and move up. At this rate, we'll win before we get a chance to kill the Furious. How's it going, not my nephew? Denise, I'm glad you made it. I'm doing well, I hope you are too. It's absolutely hilarious that the Furious is out of visual range. And he's backing up. He's... oh my lord. I feel for that poor AI Perth player. Or Furious player. He was just waiting to see who was going to kill him. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Phoenix. You should be eating meals on a regular basis. Keep your metabolism steady. Good, good. I'm glad that you're playing again, Denise. Especially that there are so many good mods to make the atmosphere of the game so much different from what it was. Again, no non-human players. We can anticipate that the submarines on the enemy team are on the same 7 column as we are in.
Battle starts.
I'm going to sneak towards the center of the map. All right. There is no purpose for a live player to use his hydroacoustic search back here. By the time he gets in range of it actually seeing an enemy ship, it'll shut itself down and it'll be on cooldown for 2 minutes. So he gets no benefit out of it. And yes, I know AI will do that right now. Denise, you let Lieutenant Ripley worry about fat. You worry about health. All right? She gave me the side eye today when I told her we're doing that walk again tomorrow. Okay, that Sims, unless he beaches himself right there, is a threat to the base. I feel it's necessary for me to Sims turned off. So let's get this thing turned back in the direction I was headed. We have a Nuremberg coming up into the center strait. Nuremberg got deleted.
Our team has taken the lead.
Colorado's still fairly far out. The Sims is closer. I might hit that Colorado with those first two, even though he wasn't the one I aimed at. Nice.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Our victory is in sight.
We have a missing submarine over here somewhere.
Attention! Maximum depth reached.
The missing sub's been accounted for and
Our
sunk.
victory is in sight. Don't fire at your allies.
Come on, if they couldn't see my torpedoes and not sail into them, that's on them. Don't fire at my allies. I'm a broccoli and cheese soup kind of guy myself, Mark. I have to watch the intake of things that I'm not going to be able to use very quickly. Because I don't have a thyroid. So my metabolism's very slow. I imagine that my dietary restrictions are probably not far from diabetic restrictions. Alright, is that it? Do we have the same taste buds, so we gotta be related? Alright, the game really needs to explain to me why I don't have access to these. I still have 9 minutes before they're available. Really, I don't agree with that. So here, let's take that ship restriction off and see if it's just because I authorized the sub so late. No, still only have the U-69 in there. And still only have the Shavat, Cachalot in there. I don't understand their restrictions. But let's see if I can play anti-sub with my Fubuki. As you can see, I've got depth charges, which I don't know how to use, but I'll figure it out. And the Fubuki's a fairly fast Japanese destroyer. So let's make her harder to see. give her some bonuses. Let's survive ramming by enemy subs in case I get that opportunity. One of the things they did in this change is they did away with certain captain skills and added new ones based on input from us in our test server. But they didn't give me a good list to go over to know which captain skills they've changed out. Alright, my depth charges are keyed to G. I will leave them there for now. I anticipate that the enemy submarine is going to try and come up here through this strait right here.
General quarters.
If you look at my information here, this ring right here is my torpedo ring. That's how far my torpedoes will hit targets assuredly. This is my surface detection ring. And this, of course, is my maximum firing range of my main battery guns. Also the range, if I fire my guns, at which enemy ships can see me. Alright, that information that just popped up. When detected, a submarine's dive capacity depletion rate increases. So instead of losing 1 second per second, he's going to lose 2 seconds per second of dive time as long as he's visible to an enemy warship. Enemy warships can see him even at periscope depth at a certain range. So that's good information to know. Because that means a 6-minute dive becomes a 3-minute dive if he's in visual range.
Enemy destroyer sighted. Enemy battleship detected.
Enemy submarine in sight.
Enemy destroyer detected.
Enemy submarine in sight.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Torpedoes to port.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Torpedoes to port.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Haven't found the sub yet. There he is.
Our team has taken the lead.
Unfortunately, I've a bigger ship to worry about.
Torpedoes, direct front. Engine boost activated.
Well, it looks like the U-190 got rammed by the cachalot, and the cachalot killed the cachalot. Are we keeping score yet? All that's left is a unsighted enemy sub. Enemy is the U-190. Which means that he survived ramming another sub. I don't think I'm going to make it into the cap circle before the victory, but I'll cruise that direction. I did kill 2 destroyers, so I'm not giving a poor showing for the day. Yeah, Groucho, I know what you mean. When I was living in New Hampshire, I was driving 30 miles into Mass every day for work, and I managed to snag a job in my town, so it went to 5 miles a day. Beats the hell out of 30 there and 30 back. Well, I did pretty well, actually. I can't complain about that. Let's take a carrier out. See how carriers do against enemy subs. The only good Chevy 6-cylinder that I've seen is the inline 6. The V6, very suspect.
Approaching target.
Okay, that gives me an idea how far I have to lead the enemy. Let's get me into an area where I'm not competing with Wow, the Leander's already here. I have a full squadron of torpedo plane or rocket planes ready again. That's good. Well done, well done, well done.
Our team has taken the lead.
I'm looking for that enemy sub. Should be in this area if he didn't dive.
Fighter destroyed.
Enemy destroyer sunk. Our victory is in sight.
Let's go get that Furious.
Approaching target.
Give those happy villagers a souvenir for the war.
Destination reached. Autopilot mode disabled.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, when I was a lifeguard for a living, I rode my bike to work. When I grew up and became a productive member of society, I switched over to driving my car to make sure that I wasn't a scrub. when I got to work.
Our victory is in sight.
I imagine I smelled pretty awful. Before shower time, that is. Going to work. They were just capturing A.
Approaching target.
I apparently have nothing I can really do to a submarine that's below surface. But I can keep looking to do damage to him. Who knows? Maybe he's going to be forced up in a second. Exactly, Mark. You come in with more water pouring down your back. You know you're not a good smelling attendee at that point, right? Why? I do not actually understand why the submarines. They're not in the tech tree, so I can't figure it out that way. I'm not seeing why the higher tier subs are not available for my use. And naturally, I got all excited when I saw that the subs were in the what are my dockyard missions? Earn 2,500 free XP, earn 1,950,000 credits, earn 19,500 base XP, get 825 ribbons. So I need something that's going to generate ribbons pretty quick. Cruiser, get 1,100 ribbons. Battleship, get 750 ribbons. Carrier, get 780 ribbons. Get 4 destroyed ribbons in one battle. That's the tough one right there. So let's go to Cruiser. The Krispy Kreme will have to do. That'll boost my free XP. That'll boost my credits. Pardon me. Yeah, I was 3 miles outside of Cooperstown when I was a lifeguard. I rode my bike into work on a daily basis, and I was probably in the best shape of my life. Just out of high school, still playing hockey as a hobby, and yeah, I don't think I could complain in the slightest about my fitness at that time. I rode my bike everywhere.
Battle starts.
Local gas station actually recruited me to run in a triathlon, I want to say. I was their bike rider. There was a different guy swimming and then a third guy running. We didn't do bad. Came in 5th overall out of 100 teams. So I'm not going to complain about 5 out of 100. Would have liked to have come in higher, but wasn't in the cards that day, that's for sure. That fighter should be attacking that set of dive bombers, and he is. Now, as you can see on this battle, that's my detectability range, damn near my full gun range. That's my torpedo range. Torpedoes on this boat are for finishing off a ship that's nearby. Please tell me our carrier is not a bot, which means that he's just insane. He's driving full speed ahead.
Enemy battleship sighted. Enemy battleship detected. Enemy destroyer sighted.
Enemy submarine spotted.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Our team has taken the lead.
Hey, Nikita, welcome aboard.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Enemy aircraft carrier detected.
We've spotted an enemy submarine. Torpedoes, direct front.
Our team has taken the lead.
Let's go see if I can depth charge that sub.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Well, that's worked out well today. I do use subs, Nikita. As a matter of fact, since you've asked, I will use subs again in the next battle. I'm not clear, because I didn't read the release notes, why I am not able to use all the subs that I've purchased on the 2-day rental, but I do have 2 subs available, so I will throw a sub into the battle just now to show you how it works. I was seeking ribbons in that battle because one of these missions required that I earn a lot of ribbons in a cruiser. And I'm not sure which one it was, but get ribbons. This one right here. And then there's another ribbons one for cruisers. That's right here. I picked up 153 ribbons. But let's go get a sub so you can see how they play. Subs are kind of fun. They're World War II era subs, so they're essentially surface ships that can go underwater. It was after the war that the Germans the last version they made during the war, and then America started making subs after the war that were dedicated submerged vessels. If I'm not mistaken, the U-69 is a Type 7 U-boat. I have one fellow submarine with me. Our whole team is live people, so we should do well.
Quarters.
Welcome back, Denise.
Good luck, everyone.
Alright, our battleship Scharnhorst is going for Cap C. The Dallas doesn't seem to be underway. Alright, he is underway. He's just going very slow. Strasbourg is going full speed ahead for A with the other Dallas. The enemy AI should have been given a battleship, a cruiser, and a sub right opposite us across B. So there is their cruiser. I haven't been spotted yet, so that's a good bet that the sub hasn't come straight ahead.
Enemy cruiser detected.
Enemy submarine in sight.
Enemy battleship detected.
Torpedoes, dead ahead. Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Attention! Maximum depth reached.
Our team has taken the lead.
Torpedoes astern. Torpedoes astern.
Attention! Maximum depth reached.
Torpedoes astern. Torpedoes astern. Our victory is in sight.
I have not seen U-571. I wanted to. The rest of the family wasn't really interested in it. But I understand it's really, really good. I agree. The Japanese had some of the best subs in the world during the war. Their only real flaw was they didn't have good submariners to pilot them. Can't complain about that from the American side, but the scariest of them was a sub actually designed to launch aircraft. The mission that was given to that particular sub was to strike the Panama Canal. Luckily, they did not succeed. Here we are in our American sub. No AI bots on our team. Both enemy subs should be on our side of the map board. And we have no carrier, so we don't have to worry about being spotted by aircraft right away. Jiawei here is a Chinese destroyer.
Action stations.
So if we see an enemy destroyer, it's going to be up to either one of us subs or the Gade to take him out. Because the Jiawei has deep-running torpedoes, which means that there will be no attacking subs with torpedoes for him. Eclectic Witch! Welcome aboard! Yes, indeed. Happy Friday the 13th. As you can see, the ship models are actually pretty concise to real-world subs. Luckily, the enemy sub that showed up, or the enemy destroyers that showed up on our side, are indeed Chinese destroyers.
Enemy destroyer detected.
And that's how you deal with enemy destroyers.
Our team has taken the lead.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
What is seeing me? Enemy sub over there, okay. Now, both the subs are technically in spotting range. Luckily, nobody is in range to do anything about me being here. And once I break line of sight with that sub, the one that's submerged can't... And we already got him killed, so they won't be able to see me. Now all I have to do is keep my line of sight broken on enemy ships, and I won't be able to be spotted. If we get over half capture started over here, there will be no opportunity for the enemy to break the capture. They will have to fight instead of trying to outcap us, is what I mean by that. Our Koenig seems to be coming to join me in the cap circle. That will speed up our capture progress. Once he's in the circle, you should see that base capturing jump down by about 30 seconds.
Our victory is in sight.
The Jawa is coming in, which should take another 10 seconds off. And that is one victory through capture.
Our victory is in sight.
Good luck and fair seas.
Thanks, Nikita. It's all about knowing how the subs work. I hit him. Alright. This is a target hit with the sonar. I launched 2 torpedoes in his general direction, and then hit him with the sonar that they locked onto. That's why they both hit. And he took no flooding damage, so he either repaired immediately or somebody hit him with a surface. It looks like he was sunk by a shot from the Koenig, so he was hit by a surface weapon that killed him right after the torpedoes hit him. I am still very, very confused by not being able to use the next tier of submarines. I mean, the subs aren't even in the tech tree. So I can't pull them up that way. And I've already purchased access to the higher tier subs. Okay, here's what happened. Now it makes a little more sense. Still, you get a random bundle. That's what these are. You throw the dice when you make the purchase, and you get a 1 chance at the tier 8 sub and several chances at the coal. We got coal. Sounds like Christmas at my house. And the timer reset appears to only run when I'm actually in the armory. So it's counting down now, but the last battle took well over 8 minutes. And, well, the next... You'll watch. The next battle will take however long it takes. ERA, that sounds like baseball talk there, Groucho. And trust me when I say, if you live in Cooperstown for any length of time or in the immediate area, you would not like baseball either. And my hate of baseball came from my father insisting I play because it interfered with playing hockey. You were trying to talk to someone else. Yeah, when I was a kid, I could play ice hockey or I could play baseball. I could not play both because the season for baseball ended the day that hockey season began in our town. And if you missed 3 or more practices on the hockey team,
Action stations.
you could not play for the season unless they were excused absences. Playing baseball wasn't an excused absence, and the team my dad was that automatically put me on every year always made the playoffs, which meant that I couldn't play hockey. And that was despite the fact that I was a lousy baseball player because I didn't want to be there.
Attention! Maximum depth reached.
Yeah, the idea was in those days you didn't have one guy who played all the sports. You didn't have the super jocks. But in Little League, I don't think that there were super jocks. And I really disliked it because I was precluded from hockey every year. And lots of people who didn't give a damn about baseball or hockey weren't being forced to play. Point the ass torpedo at him.
Enemy battleship sighted.
Our team has taken the lead.
I get one more shot at him before too long.
submarine in sight.
Let's get this up on 4 minutes before I dive again. They're trying to depth charge the heck out of him. Very hard to hit him with the sonar pings. That one should have hit him. There we go. Let's get that ass torpedo ahead of him.
Maximum depth 3. Enemy submarine sunk.
Our victory is in sight.
Yeah, Groucho, I've heard that sound before. I usually played outfield. I was not a great player. Isn't it cool to... They had to work those animations into the game, and they had to map the seafloor entirely for the subs. The only part of the seafloor that used to be mapped was directly around the islands if they were shallow. So that was one of the things that took them a while to put this in the game. Another thing was they need to work out how exactly
Our victory is in sight.
to put us all in here. And it's not very fair to surface ships if they can't fight you. So they had to add depth charges and... oh, thanks. Come on, Groucho, you know that was Dag's battle screech, I mean cry. Can almost imagine somebody in a leather coat standing there working the wheel. Oh, you'd better believe Groucho recorded that for posterity. That aircraft carrier doesn't have many hit points left. If you look up here, you can see the enemy team's remaining hit points. I might get in the cap circle before the carrier goes down. The Charles Martel seems to be shooting like shit today. We could actually cap this out if his shooting remains as crappy as it is. Oh, Beezer, I highly recommend, especially with this crew, that you download Discord. It's a free download. And there are a lot of incredibly funny moments. Let's go to the armory and see how much time is left. Now, that battle took well over 8 minutes. Oh my lord, it's not minutes. It's hours. I'm an idiot. You guys could have corrected me any time. You know that, right? You guys are far too nice to me. Let me run around being stupid and not correcting me. Let's get a few dozen more ribbons for the collection here. Take care, Nikita. You have a good night. Enjoy your supper. Downside is you may find yourself distracted by all the things that happen on Discord throughout the day.
Action stations.
Phoenix, don't feel bad. I'm playing and I'm not sure what's going on all the time here. All human team again. I am so glad that we're getting full teams of humans at this tier. Because the co-op battles have not been human teams for the most part for a long time. My guess is there's a whole lot of people that trying to play subs or play against subs, and tier 6 subs are the most common right
Enemy
now.
battleship detected. Enemy cruiser detected.
Enemy submarine in sight. Torpedoes astern.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Our team has taken the lead. The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
Apparently this New Mexico decided he's not gonna let me turn away from this fight. I have no idea the depth of that sub.
Our victory is in sight. Our victory is in sight. Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes astern. Stern, torpedoes to starboard.
Thanks, Nikita. Ribbons. We're almost a third of the way there, or around a third of the way there. Should have some American cruisers in the same range. That's the one I'm looking for. Let's make this thing look beautiful. If you think this looks a lot like the ship we just left on the Russian side, there's a reason for that.
Battle starts.
We got a few AI on the team. These two are destroyers. That's a cruiser. But I have another cruiser as a human player, a battleship. We got 3 subs. Hopefully that's going to be the winning combination. The Acosta is a British destroyer. You notice it said free look there. As I look with my mouse, the guns aim, but if I use my right mouse button, I can turn without moving the guns. They'll stay locked on that last location. I want to make sure that the enemy isn't going to try and sneak up this flank, especially considering it's effectively everything on this side of these islands, on the west side of this island chain, is only me defending. And looky at who has a cookie.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Enemy submarine spotted.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target. Torpedoes, direct front.
Enemy submarine in sight.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Our team has taken the lead.
Torpedoes to port.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Our team has taken the lead.
Torpedoes, dead ahead. Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Enemy submarine destroyed. Our team has taken the lead.
And if he's gonna beach himself, this is how you deal with him. Especially, he beached himself shooting at me and then aimed at someone else. It's not like he doesn't know I'm here.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
Yeah, that sub submerged not the way he wanted to, Groucho. That was a valuable bunch of ribbons. Because I went from just over 250 to 404. Yeah, that was valuable for this ribbon hunt. Still only, a third of the way on this one? And all I really get out of it is 10,000, but it is a mission towards completion. So all 9,900 damage that Cachalot had came from me. Wow, most of that New York got crushed by me, and all of that Monte Cuccoli was me. That guy got hit by somebody else. Oh, that's not a destroyer, that's a cruiser. That's the Omaha Tier 5 cruiser. It was a interwar cruiser. Pensacola was the first modern cruiser design that's in my lineup. The Omaha, still an older cruiser design. Interwar. Probably wasn't any of this design being made after 1920. But Pensacola definitely what we'd call a modern, and ignore the the camouflage pattern here. It's not really a spaceship. Note, she doesn't have torpedoes, so I won't be doing any torpedo launches. The sound. We are again on an all-human team. Unfortunately, I am in the center, which means that I have to choose a flank to support. It looks to me like, map-wise,
General quarters.
I'm going to support the east flank.
Let's give them a hard time.
Got two advantages by going to the east flank. One is I have both a destroyer and a sub that I can support over there, as opposed to just a sub on the west flank. But two, I've got all these little islands that I can use to protect me from incoming fire.
Good luck and fair seas.
No aircraft carrier, so again, my specialties are kind of useless. I have a anti-aircraft concentrated fire cooldown and a fighter. But at least if I see that I'm near a destroyer, I could throw the fighter in the air and he'll see incoming torpedoes. So that is an advantage. Now, one of the things you can do if you time it just right in this case, it looks like I'm going to get a shot at him. Now, he's in range, so he'll see me. Somebody else is in range that I can't see.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
We've spotted an enemy submarine.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Enemy cruiser detected.
As long as that battleship has somebody else on his mind, I get free shots at him. We know there's a sub somewhere in the center, and that Leander is going for Cap A. We need to Cap C and then move into the center. So I'm going to swing around this island to assist in Capture C. Looks like we've got a smart U-69 in B. Prince Eugen is using his sonar.
Our victory is in sight.
He has to know the jig is up. Now, I don't have depth charges, so he has to surface for me to damage him. I don't know if he knows I don't have depth charges, though. What am I talking about? He's the AI. Of course he knows I don't have depth charges. Alright, RU-69 could be spotting him. Thank you. As long as he's spotted, he loses air quickly. He's gonna have to surface in a minute. And the other sub took him out. No, go right ahead, Groucho. You don't have to ask permission to post a link. Sir, you're blue for that reason. Look at this. I get charged with damage to him when he ran straight into me. You know, some players make me wonder why they made it out of kindergarten alive. I love the captain of this ship. The Great. Yes, I could have put him on the Pensacola and it would have been the spaceship with the space lizard flying it. The Dallas looks like it's got a pair of depth charge launchers. Does not have torpedoes. Has decent AA, not a factor in this battle. Unless, of course, it has hydro, so that's good. I can't swap out either the fighter or the AA, so... And that last battle where the sub stayed on surface, Groucho, he may not have been able to dive. He may have used up his dive time. And when you dive in a sub and you're spotted, your dive time is cut in half. You take 2 seconds of dive time for every second you're under. And then we have a Congo. Our only battleship is a bot. And your recovery rate of dive time is also cut in half. So he may not have been able to dive because of how long he had been spotted. But we shall see how this goes by.
And fair seas. I owe you one.
I do not have depth charges, even though I've got a pair of depth charge dispensers on the stern. So again, I will be reliant on subs being forced to the surface for me to deal with them. My teammates, however, can rely on me to stay in the outer ring to prevent capture. Okay, it looks like the sub's going to the center ring.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Torpedoes, dead ahead. Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes, dead ahead.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Our team has taken the lead. Our victory is in sight.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. But he didn't ping me. Always nice to get away without getting pinged.
The ship is on fire! Problem solved, sir.
I really hate that mode of battle, by the way. Then it just goes off. That's a way to describe it. Good battle, good battle. How are we doing mission-wise? I got 2 of 6 in the do in any order. Still need to pick up almost 1,000,000 credits. 15,000 experience. A ton more ribbons. Both in the cruisers and the destroyers. Destroyers gonna be tough. I don't play those well. Carriers. Battleships. Let's take a battleship out to end the evening out right. Let's take everybody's favorite battleship. Now, I would love to use this. I don't have the money for it. I love this camouflage pattern. The Gothic Cathedral at Sea. It's just so improbable, it makes me laugh. Now, this flag right here is very important. My Bismarck is set up as a secondary battery monster. So this makes it even better. I can have a fighter aircraft or a spotting aircraft. Spotter gives me more main battery firing range and makes me a better anti-sub fighter as well, because the spotter will of course spot submarines within its range. I'm going to take the chance that I'm not going to be fighting aircraft carriers and On top of not fighting the aircraft carriers, I'm not going to be targeted by one if he shows up. Beezer, I think that I might have rivaled it the other night in the Hammerhead when I, immediately after saying I was doing okay, got destroyed. But I still think Dag beats me.
Good luck and fair seas.
Of course, there are carriers involved. So I am turning towards the bulk of the fleet because the salmon there is incapable of providing AA support. The Akazuki is pretty worthless in AA support. The carrier has the best AA going, so I'm hoping to take advantage of that if I'm spotted by aircraft, because I really hold very little chance. If a carrier decides I'm the one he's going to sink, he's going to sink me. We have a completely human team, so we do have that as an advantage. I can bring that Bismarck into firing range.
We've spotted an enemy submarine.
With my spotting aircraft.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Really, Atago? That's your best idea? Look at how far away my secondary batteries are opening up. That's why I specialize this ship as a secondary battery. Monster.
We've spotted an enemy submarine.
Broadside onto a battleship?
Our team has taken the lead.
That's a paddling. I do not have depth charges on the Bismarck either.
That's how it's done.
And now, I'm grateful for saving
Spotter airborne.
my spotting aircraft.
Torpedoes, direct front.
The sub is near that implacable. At least I think that was a sub's torpedo. Battleship accuracy, guys.
Spotter returning to ship.
I started a fire, and it's out. Those look better. Swing those ass turrets over. Get me another shot. Not gonna happen. Where was that? That sub was never spotted? I don't believe that. So yeah, you can see the level of detail they put into these ship models. Absolutely stunning. This battle is essentially over. The sub can't outcap us. He's not on the surface, so I can't really do any damage to him. All right. That was not a bad battle. Lower half of the team, not the best battle I've performed in. But 34,000, not a bad damage amount considering what I faced. This guy certainly learned his lesson. Well, he's the AI, he doesn't learn lesson, but he learned his lesson, turning his broadside onto a battleship, especially because I had already fired AP at him. So the second set of AP that went through his side is what got me that Citadel hit. I would like to thank everybody who came in, even though we started late, and stayed with me for the up to 3 hours that we participated in the battles tonight. I had a great time bringing it to you. I hope you had a great time watching. I will be back tomorrow at noon U.S. Central Time with more of the Dragon Age Origins. We are still in the Tower of Magi, currently battling to get through the Fade. I hope you'll all join me then. Until then, take care of yourselves, check in on friends and family, make sure everybody's okay. I am Rob, and I appreciate you being here. Take care, everybody.